Okay, so today's daily update. Yes, I'm in the forest. I've severely damaged my knee, but I need to go to the shop. You might be thinking, like, can't be that severely damaged if you're walking, but trust me, it's hurting quite a bit. But I need to go to the shop, and then everyone would say, "Oh, you need to rest it," but there's nobody here to go to the shop for me, is there? So yeah, I've made it along the straight part. I've got to get up the hill. That straight part normally takes me about 5 minutes. It's just taken me about 20, and that's not even, that's like just a little bit at the beginning or at the end when I'm on my way back. My knee yesterday was really swollen. The swelling's gone down a little bit. I'll try to show you, but it just doesn't look that bad. So this is the bad one. This is the alright one. This is the road ahead. Anyway, yeah, enough about that. Oh, and then you stand on a rock and it puts you off. Basically, just about to say enough of that. I can walk as long as I just can't bend the knee. Bend the knee. I just can't bend my knee. So for that reason, I can only like a limp basically. So it means everybody's just looking at me. But we're used to that. So the last few days, since the last update, I had to go get gas. So the little town I'm going into now is Cassis. It's the closest town. So got there with a gas bottle. I used to have a really big gas bottle, you might remember, but I got rid of that because it was just, you can't take it anywhere. So I replaced with, well, I should have 2 camping gas bottles, and I should always just have the other one full, so when that happens I know that I've got some time to then go get the other one. But for the €40 I think they are per bottle, I never really want to go spend the 80 when ones run out. So for that reason I'm always going off one at a time. I'm gonna get out of breath. It's gonna be a nightmare of a video. I'll carry on telling you, but I'll show you this. That's where I live at the minute, in that little port tucked away in this gorge. It's really, really beautiful. I've already recorded like a video of a tour of around the place. I'm looking forward to putting that on because it is really nice here. But yeah, back to the gas story. So I'm recording this, doing this because I need to be doing something while I'm walking at the slowest I've ever walked in my life up this big hill all the way to town, because I normally like to just walk quite quick, get it over and done with, but obviously today I'm walking quite slow. I nearly didn't come, but I need to go to the shop. So, but yeah, got into the little town with the gas bottle, and then there was nowhere in the town, and there's a port there too, so it's always a bit surprising that did the gas. So then I had to get a 40-minute bus. So basically the whole day disappeared doing that, just to get a gas bottle, which should be a quite an easy task. You'd think you'd be able to get them from most ports, but no, you can't. So yeah, I had to get the bus all the way up to Oban to go get a gas bottle. So yeah, by the end of it, the whole day had gone. The day after, some people I used to work with were coming to visit. It's meant to be having a barbecue, so I got some parrotfish, and that's the day that I smashed my knee. So after months of getting on and off the boat easily on my own, the one time there's some people there, basically what I'd done is the bowsprit, the bow rail, I had hold of it, but because I was talking at the same time, and the boat, I'll show you, there's not a chain in the right place to tie up to, so it's not like a normal sort of mooring where you put it onto something on the dock. Something goes underneath the rickety pontoon and then connects on some piles, what are they called? Some big steel like things that are in the rocks. So that's not in the right place, so the boat's got too much movement at the front. Bonjour. So because of that, a gust of wind blew the boat out a little bit as I was going to get on, and because I was like talking at the same time, before I knew it, it pulled me too far out so that my feet were on my tiptoes, so there was no way of pulling back in. My phone was in my pocket and I thought, I can't lose another phone. Anyway, my head just said to jump for some reason, and I shouldn't have done it because it was quite a far jump, and because of the angle, as I jumped over, my knee was the first thing that hit the boat, and it just hit the metal chunk that's at the front of the boat. And I'm probably going to have to re-record all this because I'm breathing too heavy. But yeah, it hit that metal thing that's on the bow of the boat, big solid metal block, and I felt it straight away. I like stepped back off the boat and I was stood there for about 10 minutes. I think everyone was thinking, are you getting on? And it's just the pain was, I felt it straight away. And then yeah, now I can't bend it. But yeah, so then that happened. So I didn't end up having the barbecue. Then I had a bit of a bad 2 days really, because now I've lost like being able to walk. I was just going back on that night, back to the boat, and it was a real struggle because I go to the shower block because it's the only place I can get internet and I can charge a laptop in there easily. But the problem was then, like, you'd think, well, you've hurt your knee, you should just lay in the boat and relax, but it's just a lot of time to fill trying to do that. I'm trying to keep busy, I'm trying to find ways to earn some money. So for that reason, I spend most of the time just sat in the shower block, and it's alright, it's practical, but it's not, you know, it's not comfy in there. I'd much rather be sat on the boat with Wi-Fi on the boat, or my phone, internet working, and be able to do it from in there. But yeah, I was walking back, it was quite late, and it was super dark, and I just couldn't put one foot in front of the other. And yeah, I got into this thing of like, oh, it's just another thing now. I've spent 3 weeks just trying to be like as positive as possible, trying to post upbeat updates and everything else, and just trying to like really try everything to make sure that the upcoming year works out and I achieve a bit more than I have this year. But then yeah, smashed my knee, and then it's just another thing. 3 weeks after, it's not even like I can wait a month in between the bad things happen. It's only like 3 weeks since I broke the furler and lost the sail. And I know in the last episode I put on, but it's just ironic. I've got the episode like, yeah, finally a Genoa, and I'm quite happy about it. And then you're all watching thinking, that doesn't last too long, does it? But yeah, it's the knee's the knee, so I'm hoping I haven't done anything serious. I think that was another reason for the struggle the last 2 days, was what if I've done something serious to it, because I've not gone to hospital with it. But yeah, if something serious had happened to it, then, you know, imagine if I was to break a leg or something, or break my knee, whichever, and then I had to spend the next however long that takes to recover on the boat, not really being able to get on and off. It would be a nightmare. So probably need to be more careful. And then yesterday, the knee was really bad yesterday. It was super swollen, and what did I do yesterday? Oh, finally got this website for the clothing online. So I'm going to add a merchandise section to that and put some stuff on if anybody wants anything. But the idea behind it was, I know that a lot of like other YouTube sailing channels do merchandise, and it's normally like a logo or whatever, but thought yeah, I thought if did some actual designs on that people might want to buy, maybe it can become a source of income. So we'll see how that goes, but it is live now. So the address for it is www.krakenclothes.com, and I'll post the links in the description to this video. And if anybody wants to go have a look, there's some pretty cool hats on there. Like I've made the hat myself. Well, I made the design for the hat, but I can't get one myself because I can't post it to myself. I wanted to be able to record when I'd done that with the hat on, being like, does anybody want to buy one of these hats? The hat's really cool. It's got like Kraken in a circle. So if anybody wants to go have a look, you might actually be surprised. You might not, but there's some pretty cool stuff, I think, on there. And I'm just going to try keep adding designs on there now it's all set up. The hard part was setting it up. So like anything I've been doing the last 2 weeks, it's just a lot of setting up, or with YouTube it's been a lot of catching up. So just trying to get to a position where my days now, I can hopefully soon get back to focusing on the boat itself. I may have found a furler. May have. I'm not certain. I don't want to jinx it, but I may have found one. I still obviously won't have the Genoa. I'm struggling to imagine I'm getting out with the weather the way it's been. Unless there's a miraculous change, you'd imagine it's going to get worse. So I'm struggling to see how I'm going to get out of here during, like, at least until February maybe. But obviously it depends what's happening with the weather. Obviously, the sun's come in a bad place now. Obviously, it depends on money as well, because without money, I'm not going anywhere. And at the minute, the end of the port, they're not harassing me, so I've got a bit of breathing time to try and make some. I don't really think boat trips are gonna take off here during the winter. I did get one person from the sign I put on the other day asking about it, and they said that if they see some good weather, they'll give me a call because they want to do it. So I'm not saying it won't happen, but I haven't really advertised that, so I could go on to Click on Boat and call them and change the ad slightly to the ad that I had before. But the ad that I had before, I didn't end up putting it back on because they would let me put it on, but I didn't really want to advertise sailing trips while the boat was not fully able to sail. So oh man, this knee. So I'm going to just advertise them as little motor trips just around the Calanques. I've seen the ferry, when the weather has been alright, still coming in, so I'm still going to try do that. And yeah, some other bits. But yeah, I guess as far as the boat goes, it's got gas again. There's been days there's things I need to fix, like the cabin lights aren't working again, but I kind of want to show you guys. So for the last 3 weeks I've sat with one light because I could go fix it, but I'm just trying to catch up with recording the other stuff for YouTube. Uploading the other stuff for YouTube so that it's done, so that then I can focus on what I'm doing now. So although I've still been recording like what I've been doing in the days, I haven't really been doing any big boat projects yet because I'm just trying to catch up with everything else first. So yeah, is that it? Have I been doing anything else? Did have the parrotfish, it was really good. Did it on the barbecue in a Mistral, so it was not too easy lighting a barbecue while it's the Mistral. No, I didn't catch the parrotfish because I don't think they have them here, but I found there's a shop called Cabesto. I know I mention the shop all the time, But they have a really good food section in there, like better than the supermarket. If I could, I would just shop there. If I had a freezer on the boat, I think I'd almost rather have a freezer than a fridge, because yeah, they had like parrotfish whole. They're already it said no, gutted and scaled. So them sort of like flattish fish, you always got the bones in there, which are a bit of a pain to pick around. But it was really good, and the value's not actually that bad when you think about it, because although I got 2 big ones because I was planning on doing them on the barbecue, you could get like a bag with 4 smaller ones in, which you could have one a day with some other things. And if you'd got 4, it was 10 euros for the bag, and that would have then worked out at I think just over 2 euros per one. So that's a lot better than tinned mackerel or tinned calamari. An ambulance was going past. I could probably do with one of them. I was about getting the bus somewhere, but I can't get the bus from back there, and I don't think I could sit on the bus because I can't bend. I struggle to sit on the bus as it is. I guess I could go right up to the back seat and sit through that one. But if I got on the bus and someone was already in the back seat, then I'm not going to be able to sit down. So yeah, that's the problem. I can only do what I can do, can't I? There's always money to take into consideration and everything else, and survive in the winter and all of this. So yeah. But yeah, the parrotfish was pretty good, so that's good. And yeah, I think that's it really. I'm still trying to get the videos on one a day. I'm not sure if today's will make it, because it's taking me all day to walk. It is quite far to the shop. It's like a hilly walk to the shop, but obviously I'm walking 4 times slower than I normally walk. But yeah, I should still be able to get on when I get back. And yeah, I'm just trying to keep myself sane really. Something that I say a lot, but it's quite hard to really explain it, is I have been a small YouTube sailing channel and it not growing that fast. In a way it's quite good, because it means that the people who are watching, I think some maybe grow too fast and then they lose what's important maybe, or whatever. But yeah, and I find it hard that I'm not showing that stuff sometimes, when that's what I want to be showing. If I'd have made it to Mallorca with the crew that I had on board and all the rest of it, that would have been quite a good thing to show on YouTube. But instead you're just getting me surviving another winter. And I'm not going to say somewhere I don't want to be, but it's not the easiest place to try and like meet anybody or do anything like that, because it really is in the middle of nowhere. And to get into like Marseille, you'd have to, unless you was going to pick something up in the daytime, you'd have to be planning on staying the night there. In theory I could motor around to Marseille in about half a day, and then at least then stay in the boat in the port, or even at anchor if the weather was alright. But at the minute it's just too risky trying to take the boat somewhere with the weather the way it's been. But yeah, I'm sure we'll survive. But yeah, the night times at the minute just be a bit of a struggle. It's super dark. And sometimes I do just want to be able to sit on the boat and feel relaxed and all the rest of it. But yeah, I always feel like it's lonely, innit? I may as well just say it as it is. It gets really lonely sometimes, and then you're left to like think a lot. And sometimes maybe you can think too much. Although I don't really agree with that. Do I? I don't know. Now I'm on something completely different. So we'll leave that there. Last thing, daylight saving time. It just confuses everyone. I don't watch what's going on, so I didn't even really know it had happened. And then I don't even really know if it happened when I thought it happened or if it happened the weekend just gone, because I thought it happened the weekend before and someone told me it had. And now I'm like, do they have different time for daylight saving in England to what they do in France? And I don't think they do. But if I just didn't do it, I would just have an extra hour of daylight. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pretend it didn't happen, because I guess really it don't matter. Oh, this is going to be the worst daily update ever. But really, the sun come up this morning at 7:15. So before the clocks went backward, did they go backward? See, I don't even know. I don't know what happened. It happened and my clock changed. My sleeping is just a bit different. But really, what I need to do is now change. So I'm going to need to be up by... If I got up at 5 o'clock, then I've got sun from like 7 o'clock or 7:20 until then goes down at about 5:30. It's still not enough though, really. It's it's not that. Everyone's got this. No, everybody would rather the days be a little bit longer than they are, but yeah, the night time's quite hard to pass when I can't just go into the boat, sit there and, put the telly on and pass a few hours before bed doing that. And on my phone, it doesn't actually, I can't use the internet on it. It will just about allow me to scroll through loads of stuff I don't really want to scroll through, but it won't allow me to like try watch something on it or anything. So I don't know. At the minute, just passing the night is quite hard. And as I say, for the last 2 weeks, I've definitely been going into the shower block during the day, working on the laptop, and then going back on at night. But then sometimes you kind of want a break from that as well. So, and yeah, now with my knee, I can't really do all. Although I'm about halfway there, so that's a decent time to stop this update because it's been long. And I sometimes wonder if the update puts anyone new from subscribing off, because they're normally just me waffling for 20 minutes. But yeah, I'll put the links below to the website, and there's also a Facebook page on there, and if anybody could go give it a like for me, I would really appreciate that. And thanks to Paul, who was a recent coffee provider. Thank you, Paul, I really appreciate that. And yeah, I'll keep trying to put the videos out till I've caught up, one a day. I know I'm probably losing viewers by doing that, but I feel like it's the right thing to do, because yeah, like that Genoa that has gone in the last episode, or just got working in the last episode, months later got lost again. So it would just be better if it was all a bit closer to real time. And also some people have told me that there might be a shear pin under the hood of my outboard, which I never knew about. I've not looked yet because I can't get down the back of the boat to pull the dinghy over to do it. But maybe there's one in there, and if I'd have known that, it would just at the time saved me the big quest I had to go and find one. So if it was closer to real time, all of that stuff would be a lot easier. Gonna get run over. Slow down, man. Oh, normally I manage to cut them bits out, my anger at people, but I was gonna have to stay in it. Just speeding up here, I'm trying to limp right back around the corner to get out of the way, but I could just slow it down. Anyway, yeah, see you next time. Thanks for watching.